Let's go to San Francisco. Damn. I don't think we really talked about this much. They've been Cali has really been working on reparations in that city. Supervisors in San Francisco formally apologized Tuesday to African Americans and their descendants for the city's role in perpetuating racism and discrimination, with several stating that this was just the start of reparations for black residents and not the end. The vote was unanimous, with all 11 board members signed on as sponsors of the resolution. So there's been more than 100 proposals made by the recommendations made by the city committee, and it is the first one to win approval. They are actually trying to give every eligible black adult a $5 million lump sum cash payment and a guaranteed income of nearly $100,000 a year to remedy San Francisco's deep racial wealth gap.
Sounds good to me.
Well, Mike,
too good to be true?
Yes.
You said too good to be true?
$5 million a person, dude?
And 100
San Francisco
after.
has a lot of money.
They ain't got that.
Huh?
$5 million a person?
They do.
Yeah, they do.
$5 million a person?
San Francisco
All you would have to do is tax the like I don't know, Silicon Valley isn't necessarily in San Francisco, but so many millionaires and stuff like that. The money's there.
So you're saying that they could generate it, but they don't have it right now to just give. I don't think, do they?
Man, this
So
is
how
the
many-
same
how
place
many-
that has that special bank that
That shit went down though. It's gone. You talking about the one we talked about a while ago?
we talked about a while
That was
ago.
scamming people.
But I'm saying this is the same place that people was putting money into this bank. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, but that's not government local owned money. That's people. So yeah, like you're saying, they would have to tax people and generate the money. But do they have the money right now to give? Because this was like a year ago that they proposed this. So is that what y'all are saying?
The reparations, African American
I don't know
Reparations Advisory Committee, they proposed it, but
I think the biggest hindrance to like the idea, the concept of reparations is that people think, oh, it's gonna come out of my pocket. This is my tax dollar. You're gonna tax people, but we're already funding 2 wars. So,
Right.
I mean, what's another $3 on your taxes, right?
Facts.
You could, if you really wanted to, you could.
Yeah.
Right. They could do it.
Yeah.
But even so, if you don't even have to tax the American citizens. If you just tax super corporations and say, okay, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Amazon, Apple, any company that makes excess of $1 billion,
billions of dollars. But it's that number's coming from somewhere. Like, they didn't just pull it out the air. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
San Francisco has a economic output with a GDP of $729 billion.
Yeah.
Sure,
In 2022.
but again, what I'm asking is, does the local governments, do they have that money to give? Like, if this was passed tomorrow,
Right. Because
is
they
this
cut
going
the
to be
check for everybody.
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering. I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm just wondering, like, do they have that money right now to be like, all right, cool, here's $5 million per black person in this city?
And according to this article, there are about 46,000 black residents in
See what
San
I'm
Francisco.
saying?
That does it.
What does what?
38% of San Francisco's homeless black people make up 38% of San Francisco's homeless population, despite being less than 6% of the general population, according to a 2022 federal count.
So you
That's
said
crazy.
47,000?
46,000.
46,000. Multiply
Black
that times
residents.
5 million.
I thought he's about to.
Also, I think certain cities have like a city tax. So that's where they'll get the money from. Like, we're just going to generate a new tax. and put that on
Yeah.
everything.
Again, I understand how they would raise it by doing taxes. I was just confused when they first said that we are proposing $5 million
That's-
per black person. I was
I
like,
wouldn't
but
think you'll just get it tomorrow.
that's what
Right.
that's what I was asking.
I would
Same
think like,
thing with the
okay,
salary. Like,
yeah.
it's
Right.
an overtime thing.
Right. That's what I was asking.
We're
So I
gonna
was
give
like,
you this lump sum, but you got to wait till, I don't know, the end of the year, and then you could do it.
What is 2.3 E11? I'm assuming it's 2.3 billion.
okay, but so something I saw about the San Francisco thing was it wasn't just the 5 million. I wish I'd written it down. It was like a 5 million lump sum.
Yeah, and then
but then they were also raising your salary.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
$100,000.
$100,000.
Oh, you just said that?
guaranteed.
Yeah.
you said it
Oh, I'm
in the
sorry.
thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It looked like
so then that's a lot.
230 billion.
That's a lot of money, y'all.
It is,
That
but
I don't know that they just
But you
have
said-
like that.
But I
much
was
you
just
said
going to say the
700?
gross GDP is $729 billion.
Right, but again, that's not
so it's less
money.
than half.
But that's not money that they're just sitting on. Like
It's
they're
money
not
they
Scrooge
generate.
McDuck. Like there's
It's money they generate as a
that they generate.
city.
So, I don't know.
Again, it all comes.
No, I want them to. I want them to. What I'm saying is, I don't want them to set people up for like the okie
don't
doke.
think they are.
I think they definitely are.
I mean,
because
I
it's not
get
going to
you.
pass.
It's a
I get
proposal,
you.
right?
It's not gonna pass.
It's just a
I get
proposal.
you.
Yeah.
But I would love if they did. Though.
Me too.
Like, oh my god.
Me too.
Like,
Even if I don't get none of it,
like,
I'm
y'all
glad somebody else
got
did.
it.
Oh, I'm finding cousins, bro.
Right, I know.
I got
know
some
somebody.
cousins in San Fran, bro.
God damn.
Nah,
Yeah, don't get this twisted. I am absolutely not saying that they should not get this money.
Yeah.
They should 100% get it. I'm just asking y'all who seem to be more informed than me, do they actually have it to give? That's what I'm asking.
Is that what Silicon Valley is? It?
It's like
It's like in the
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah,
San
they got
Francisco
it. They got
is
it.
rich.
All of that
bro.
tech money,
They are.
They should have it.
San Francisco
They
is rich.
should.
If it's one place, it's there. It's there for
Yeah,
sure.
that's man.
If it's one place, when I said, that's all people kept saying when I was there. Like, yeah, man, there's so much money in this fucking.
There is.
Golly.
That man, I can't even imagine if just
That's what every major
if that
tech
got
company
passed,
It would be a riot.
bro.
It would be a fucking riot.
Civil War,
White
man.
White people, black people
War,
would
bro.
too. Straight up, I think black people would too.
Oh, really?
Because
In
not-
other places? 'Cause they want their money too?
Because not everybody's gonna have that mindset. Like, if this happened, I would be happy for them.
Yeah.
But there are some people that are in other cities that are like, yo, I'm fucking poor too.
You gotta look at it like, yo, this could be the start. of it.
Right,
You know
that's what I
I'm
was
saying?
wondering.
Motherfuckers are too poor to be thinking about the start of shit.
Yeah. But they had to
Like-
start somewhere.
I do agree with you, but I
In
don't
my
know
pocket.
about this one though, because we've been screaming for reparations for so
Yeah.
long. If we actually see a state pass it, I think it would definitely give other
Hope.
yeah, blacks in the other place hope and not anger to go start robbing them motherfuckers.
So you have
Alabama
to
gonna
understand,
be
like,
we ain't gonna never get
Say
if
they
you
go
are
back to
if you
slavery,
are
bro.
that level of poor, I'm not blaming them for fucking rioting
Rioting.
because our cities have it. Maybe not 5 million.
Yeah, not 5
but they have money to give us. They just don't want to.
Yeah.
So I'm not even saying that they're wrong for fucking rioting if San Francisco, if everybody there gets 5 mil and I'm sitting over here like, yo, I get 20,000 a year from my job. When am I gonna get it? And you're looking at Kemp and Kemp's like, nigga, no.
nigga never. Nigga.
Never. Then yeah.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even think about asking me. Don't even fix your lips to dream about something like this. So yeah, right on the porch like that commercial.
Say with that commercial.
To that extent, it does. I think it does just come down to want to. How many like if your city wants to do it, then they could, right?
Sure.
But then a way to placate people would be okay. Every city in America that has black people is then you have to give some form of reparations. It might not be San Francisco. You do that because that's San Francisco.
Who's gonna pass that?
Who
the
I'm just saying. Like,
I was gonna say
again,
to-
it all comes down to want to. Like, okay, we can't give you that, but we can do this. We can do these other things.
If this is
that shit-
if
If
this
this
passes,
passes, it's like, okay, you say everybody gonna want their 5. You saying black people will riot. I want my money too. I want my money too. Okay,
I said black people
can't-
and white people to be fair, but
Okay,
yes.
but yeah, okay. Well, I want my money too. I want my money too. Okay, cool. We can't just cut you a check for $5 million. We can't do that. But what we can do is this. We don't have that. We can't do it.
so
We can give
It
you
goes to
100,000.
what you said last week though about local voting. People, it should trigger in people. Well, how did they get it done? This is a local bill, right?
Yeah,
It was the local administration versus wondering about Democrats and Republicans. You would think it would trigger a mindset across the country of, okay, we need to really focus on our local government because that's how they did it. That's a pipe dream.
I love y'all, but I wish I lived, I wish I lived in the universe y'all lived in. To think that Georgia, Texas, North South Carolina,
Oh,
Alabama,
Yeah, that Mason Dixon
Okay.
line.
that they will never do this. They would rather shoot you in the head
You know
than
what-
give you this money.
You know what would happen? Is another migration.
Facts.
Yeah, that's
Them motherfuckers
Facts.
leaving,
That's
bro.
gonna be my next
Facts.
point. So I don't know if it says like people
follow
currently live in
those
San
immigrants.
Francisco. You would assume there'd be a mass
Everybody gonna
move
go
to
to
everyone
San
trying to
Francisco.
move to San
Nah,
Francisco.
that's
right?
not the way they're gonna do it. It was a matter of you had to be there for a certain
like
amount
a
of
Yeah.
time.
president long.
Right.
Yeah, they're not that stupid. They're not gonna be like, well, yeah,
Right.
if you just
Even-
move here, like,
right.
you get 5
Here you
million
go,
a
nigga.
second, right?
Okay, but even
And it is eligible black people, so
Right,
there's
right.
going to be.
Come on, all the
Okay,
everybody.
but even take that. Okay, now you have all these black people. San Francisco instantly becomes the city with the most black millionaires
Yeah.
in the
It's
country.
gonna start
Right?
people
These
wanting to move there.
black people now have these things. Okay, cool. I can now move here. If I have any semblance of money, I can now move here, and I can be around other affluent black people.
Okay.
Now you can see San Francisco and California as a whole just becoming a. I'm not going to
makes
use
sense.
that. I'm not going to use that word, but you can see.
Well, say it. What are you
This,
talking? Oh,
this
Wakanda.
is the mic still on,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I
Right,
feel
so you
you.
can see black
Yeah.
people
We say
moving
crazy
there.
shit all the time. At
Yeah,
least I
but
do.
you can see black people moving there and like, okay, now fuck this, fuck Atlanta,
Yeah.
fuck all these other cities. We're moving there. So as a result, they're gonna be like, okay, no, we got to keep these black people here. We got to keep our own people here.
Wait. Let me wait. So Georgia, where we live,
Yes.
you're saying that
Yes.
because there's a threat of Georgians leaving to go to San Francisco, Kemp is going to be like,
All right.
I want to keep that. I want to keep
my
my niggas.
No,
This is-
these are
no,
my
no,
niggas.
no, no.
You can't have them.
No, yes.
I got a fair square.
Wait, wait.
I'm gonna make my niggas.
This isn't.
Not my niggas.
I'm gonna make my point.
You can't have my niggas now. I'll give you. Hey,
I'll give you a couple niggas, but not my good ones.
all my
Wait,
niggas.
wait, no, I'm gonna make my point. This isn't dead in sports, but the SEC integrated when Alabama kept losing to USC
And
and,
they got black
Ohio State, and they said, okay, now we're gonna integrate sports. When North Carolina integrated the ACC, is because okay, we keep losing to these all black schools. So if you had the University of Georgia in and of itself, and you know how much we love the Bulldogs. Winning the national championship.
So
and all
the
that.
threat
So the threat of like
of there
okay,
not
as
being
a
enough
black people,
workers
it's
for
like,
Waffle House.
no, workers in Waffle House, other like affluent black. This the threat of black people leaving. As much as we don't like to believe, black people are a commodity, right? Like you don't want all these black people just living in one area because why would people? What's
Because to piggyback.
Oh, you saying the affluent black people?
Yeah,
And even
affluent
then,
black
you
people
go,
leaving.
even if you're not as affluent, you go and maybe you want to work for a small black business owner. You
Yeah,
wanna
so
be-
so all your talent is not going in situations.
Yeah, no, because okay, you gotta think about it this way. These people are already making it here. They have no reason to leave. The people that are going to want to leave are the poor people.
Yeah.
And Kemp is going to sit back knowing that these people don't have move money. Like whenever people look at certain states like Mississippi, like Alabama, like Louisiana, and they're like, well, all of y'all are sitting there and you're poor. Why don't you just move somewhere else where you can get a better job? How can I afford to move when I can barely afford a meal? Kemp knows that. So these affluent blacks that y'all are talking about, they're not going to go nowhere because there's going to be too much competition there now. There's less competition here. Like I had to keep picking on Killer Mike, but Killer Mike would have no reason to move to San Francisco because there's far less competition here. What's going to happen is if you're a black affluent business owner, it's going to be harder for you in San Francisco because there's way more competition. If I live in San Francisco and I want to only shop black, it's going to be amazing because I have more options now. I don't have to go to Chick-fil-A. I can go to Nick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go to Burger King. I can go to Burger King. Stop. I'm gonna stop. Sorry. I know you're right. I shouldn't do that anymore. You're right. No, you're right. You're disapproving, shaking head. You're right. But I'm saying, you see what I'm saying though? Like black people are gonna have way more businesses in San Francisco.
Makes sense.
Right.
So for all of these affluent black folks to move there and try to do the same thing, there's no point.
I think it'll be the opposite of what
It'll be
you're
the
saying.
opposite.
It's
Yep.
definitely the people that are on the lower part that would look to go there as another type of gold rush.
Yep.
And would like
Yep.
to try to make it. Not the people that's already making it. I'm good. Well, I gotta leave.
Because it wouldn't even make any sense. Like if you're already, let's say, making $1 million a year, why just because these black people got 5 million, why would you think if I moved to San Francisco, it's going to help me who's already making $1 million? I'm not getting any of that 5. You see what I'm saying? Again, not saying y'all are wrong. I'm saying I'm missing it. So I'm probably just missing something that y'all are saying.
So yeah, I think if anything, maybe it would give more credence to kind of what Spike was saying. Ashton, is that those people would definitely get more involved. We're like, okay, wait a minute. We've been trying to get reparations for years, bro. If that shit passed in San Francisco, it's going to be a potentially game changer.
Right.
Because now, and California is always leading the pack in some shit. So they do it. They're creating a way for it to be done, a means to wait for it to be done. So shit, in Georgia, all those people, man, working these jobs, I'm like, hey, man, hey, what's up? Where mine at? Now, in the southern states, it's going to be a lot tougher for that to happen. But Midwest and some of those other places, it'll be more possible.
Poor Oakland, man. They looking across the bridge like, God,
This
right,
bullshit.
bullshit.
And we also have to see what type of means testing they're going to do for those black people they're going to give it to. We saying it's 46,000, but not all of them would be eligible.
Right.
And that's not including the homeless population, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, 38% of that population is part of homeless. So then you got to go find them, get them off the street. Mm-hmm. You know,
And you're just gonna hand them a $5 million check?
They ain't never getting
No
their
way.
money. Homeless
way.
people ain't never getting their money.
They probably think the homeless people just gonna get it right back though.
Yeah, I mean, which
They gonna
is
give it right back.
Well, that's their prerogative.
what you could say. Like, okay,
Yeah, I
cool,
know.
we gonna give you this money just so you give it
Get it right
back
back.
to
Like,
us.
yeah, some people
It's
aren't
that
gonna be able
Chappelle
to
skit.
invest it the way they probably should. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna just give it right back to them, and like, yeah, it's just
Well, you also have to consider anybody that they're giving this money to, if they stay in the city, they're giving it right back because they're going to have to pay taxes.
yeah, I feel you.
They're probably counting on
Business
some of these people
opening,
starting
yeah.
business.
Right.
And I'm,
It's
not- I'm not
definitely
saying
strategic. I mean, yeah, it's definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you give it to them with the intention, kind of like the stimulus and all that. It's the
absolutely,
same shit.
absolutely.
It's the same shit. They gonna give it right back. We're gonna give it to them, make them think that we're
Yep.
giving them money. But yeah,
And that's a state that didn't even,
Yeah.
if you want to put it in technical terms, like they weren't even employing like slavery and stuff.
It's a lot more racist places
You know what I'm
than San
saying?
Francisco.
That's what I'm saying. You looking at Georgia,
Yeah.
ain't no
Alabama,
fucking
Mississippi.
way.
Yeah, San
Louisiana.
Francisco just looking at redlining and racial policy and stuff like that.
Exactly.
right.
And in Georgia, you get your line back with red whips.
I just think like PG County, Maryland is the richest black county in the United States, right?
Okay, I didn't know that, but
Yeah. So a vast majority of black people, when you get money in the DMV area, you move out to PG County because you want to live around other affluent black people.
yeah.
So that was kind of my basis of affluent black people already live around other affluent black people. So that was my basis for why people would be more tempted to move out towards San Francisco if this thing was to pass, because that's a thing black people just generally do, right?
You know why though? Because our numbers are so low.
Yeah.
So it's easier for us to go find this one little place and be like, let's all just go there. But if our numbers start to increase, then again, that's just going to create more comp for that city. And I just don't see a point in them doing that.
This is all just I'm being optimistic.
I feel you.
Right.
And you should. You
So-
should. Don't listen to me.
No, so
You
it's like
should.
if we're gonna go down this timeline where black people get reparations, let's go
Yeah.
down.
What are the results?
Yeah, let's
of-
go down the best timeline for black people to get reparations. You know,
Nah, Dr. Strange said there was one.
You
There's
stupid
one,
as hell.
One right time.
one right timeline.
but also
And that's the one where Tony Stark dies, bruh.
has Florida hasn't legalized marijuana yet, right?
I don't think so.
Right.
I
So,
don't think so.
I think they decriminalized it, but they haven't
Yeah.
legalized it, right?
yeah,
I don't
it's
remember.
decriminalized here in Atlanta.
Right.
Right. So I remember this cop told me this years ago. He was like, "That's
Talking cops.
That's not my job. They come in. This is my job at my time. They came in. But his point was, as soon as Florida legalizes marijuana, Georgia will do it immediately afterwards because it's going to be too much money going through Georgia
Yeah.
to Florida.
That
And
makes sense.
they're just not going to do that or whatever, right?
Sure.
So I think it's the same. It's the same concept. Once this one city proves that they can do it, it's going to be enough people like, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to do this. And especially if San Francisco can prove that it's only improved the economy of not only the city itself, but for the state. They be like, hey, if we give black people money, what if they do just give it right back to us?
That makes sense.
It's only going to improve the state. It just has to be one place has to do it first.
Yeah.
And if it succeeds, then it's like, hey, it's like not legalizing.
Did you say succeed or secede?
It's my
I think
accent.
Kip is hoping for the sissy.
Yeah, hey, they definitely would, man.
I'm messing with you.
You tell Georgia they got to give reparations, bro. They definitely leaving the U.S., bro.
It will literally be a civil war.
Yeah, it's like it's like nah,
right,
we
and let-
forming our own country.
All right,
real.
I'm just saying, if it let
Whitesville.
and let
You
UGA
niggas can get
and
out.
let-
That's what
and
they
let
gonna
UGA come out there with an all-white team just 1 year and see how quickly everybody's opinions about reparations in Georgia.
It'll be fine to play against another all-white team because all the black people are going to be like, man, fuck all of this.
until,
I'm not throwing a single
until
ball.
people keep losing. They thought that in Alabama too.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
they went and
and
got all the
changed it.
Negroes,
Yeah,
bro.
they went and got all of
That's
them.
a shame we boiled down to sports. That's a goddamn shame.
It's been the biggest mover.
And I just told this man that we
Yeah.
just created the fucking damn
fucking
dry cleaning shit. And he said,
Go back to
we good
football.
for running, bro.
Go back to football. baby.
Run, jump, throw shit.
Use that Underground Railroad training for something good.
They're gonna charge you for it. It's gonna be like Marta.
No, I was a history major and I minored in African American studies. So this kind of
Right, go ahead, boy.
no. So this is
Oh,
why
he holding back, bro.
Nah. So this is what I wrote about for like my final paper and stuff like in college and stuff like that. It was
That's
like
dope.
in papers I wrote in college, kind of basing on like how sports improved.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the reparations.
Me too.
That
Folks
too.
leave.
Migration.
I thought you was
They
talking
all
about
know I wrap it.
Stupid.
I wrap it all in.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
because
I got you.
we all believe like white people are not going to do right by black people just because they won't, right?
Right. Unless it
Until-
benefits them in
until
some
it
way.
benefits them
Exactly.
in some way. And the one way we've been able to prove
Sports.
consistently throughout the years is
Sports and entertainment.
Yep.
Sports and entertainment.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is prove that, hey, you let black people in, you're going to win national championships. It's so bad that that's what we have been have to reduce each other down to. But consistently, if Alabama does not play USC and Ohio State and get blown out by 50 points, they never integrate the SEC. And millions of black people don't go to college.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all came down to a football game.
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
And right.
I don't understand sports, but that makes sense.
That's why you did a paper on it.
Dang, what you get?
Huh?
That's
What
why
you
you
get on
did a
that paper,
paper,
bro? No, you don't have to tell.
No, that's dope, man. I
It was
like
a
it.
go. I like it.
think
What
I
made you
would
think? What made you do that? What made you? What put
See,
it in
I'm
your
smart, nigga.
in your mind? I told you.
Oh.
I just told y'all smart.
You knew this last time,
Right.
on that.
So
Question
no,
to me.
I played sports.
That's right, you did say
I played
that.
sports all throughout from being a youth all the way up to my freshman year.
I get you
Playing
played it, but
college,
what
so, yeah.
gave you the thought to tie it, like to get on your caste system shit?
No, because when you really look
Yeah.
back at in history, right? Like say I was a history major. So when you look back and you like just see, well, okay, when did these things start to change?
I got
when
you.
did
So
things
because of the
integrate? All we hear
major.
about like Jackie Robinson
I got
and
you.
things like, okay, cool.
dope.
Jackie Robinson integrated in, but why was that such a big deal? Okay,
Yeah.
y'all let one Negro in, but okay, but what was the difference? If Jackie Robinson would have came in and sucked, nothing else happens. But because he came in and they improved them so much, everyone else like, damn, I need one of them niggas myself.
Need one of those.
Right.
Give me one of those.
Right. Then the last all-white football team to win the national championship was the Texas Longhorns in 1966. Ever since then, no other schools won that, right? So ever since then, from that point forward, you see other schools integrating. And schools who haven't, like take Ole Miss. Ole Miss was like the last school in SEC to integrate. Hence, they never win because they still have to battle that whole thing of
Racist.
racism and black.
They-
They were waving Confederate
I
flags
was
in
gonna
the
say a
stadium.
flag was they
And
mascot.
they couldn't get the fans to stop waving Confederate
still do,
flags,
yeah.
so they banned flag poles, and that's how they got to try and recruit black players. So at the end of the day, black people have always been a commodity in this country, and
And they
if
let
we
you
look
learn that in
at
school.
you said what?
They let you learn that in school.
Yeah, to a certain extent. You
Yeah,
gotta-
they won't need more after this DEI bill. Y'all not learning shit.
You gotta hide in all the books.
Right, every single one.
What polls?
niggas
Right. What polls? What polls?
Well,
I don't know. Only poll I know is
No, that's it. I'll get off my high horse. That's,
Nah,
no. That's dope.
Yeah. No,
No, that's good. I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of tying that together. Like, don't take that lightly because not everybody would have thought to put that together and put it like in a thesis, basically. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope as hell. So yeah.